Live from Chicago, this is the Chicagoland Toys for Tots Motorcycle Parade Show. And now here are today's hosts, parade board members Gary Diamond and Jack Voss.
All right. How you doing, Jack?
Thanks, Jack.
We got a new host today. We got Jack Voss.
I'm flying this thing. Gary's my co-pilot tonight.
We got rid of Lester. He's a, funny dude. We need somebody with a little.
We figured you wanted to see some new faces.
New faces out here.
So, did you do anything interesting this weekend?
Nah, man, same old boring thing. Same old boring thing I do every year on Sunday.
Oh, man.
The first Sunday of December, what do we all do?
Well, for you new viewers out there, yesterday was the 39th annual Chicagoland Toys for Tots Motorcycle Parade, and it was one to remember. I'll say that much. It was very interesting. We have some pictures that we're going to show you right now too, because we've got a lot of pictures from the parade, and a lot of things happened at the parade. So let's have a look at some of the goodies that happened yesterday. Here's our wonderful governor. This is Governor Bruce Rauner, and he gave us a check.
Who's that other guy?
That's our president and vice president behind him. And the governor came. He had other business yesterday, so he couldn't stay at the parade and ride his motorcycle as he has in years past. But he came so that he could just say hi to us, and he wore his vest, and he gave us a nice large check from him and his wife. And he also read a proclamation that declares yesterday was Toys for Tots Day in the state of Illinois.
All right.
Which was the first time that that's happened. Now here are some other dignitaries. This is on the right is Bob Cooch, our former president and the bishop that prayed and said grace and blessed us on the way when we left. Here are a couple of our dignitaries.
Who's the guy with the Russian hat?
The Russian hat is Ed Adamano-Vishnevsky. He is the founder of the Toys for Tots Parade in Chicago in 1978. He's a Marine, and he thought we should have one in Chicago. He planned it with 6 friends, and 3 people ended up going to the Great Lakes Naval Air Station on December 13th, 1978.
And none of the bikes got there running. And
the man next to him is an alderman, a good friend of ours, Alderman Ariel Raboyraz from the 30th Ward. And behind him are a couple of the sidecar pilots, Gary Rank and Frank Shadell. And here's our president and vice president just before we got on Western Avenue, ready to go. And here's a couple of the bikes that came into the Dan Ryan Woods before the parade. Then Santa arrived, and these pictures are not in the order that I thought they were in.
Santa told me he had a big bag of coal for me. I said, oh,
but
man,
Santa led the parade, and here's our friend Choo Choo Charlie, we call him, with his 1948 Santa Fe Chief. He's been in the parade for 17 years now.
That thing's pretty cool, man.
And this is our president, our former president and founder of the parade, Animal Vishnevsky, and Alderman Raboyraz is in his sidecar. Alderman comes every parade. This is a veteran of the parades. His name is Bob Snyder from Orland Park. And he comes with not only his motorcycle just covered with toys, but look at the trailer he's pulling here. This is also loaded with toys. He's a real good guy, and he's been to many, many parades. And we welcome all his toys. And how about this bike? I'm not even sure what kind of bike this is. I'm usually pretty good at identifying bikes by their fenders and lights, but I can't even tell with all the toys this guy's got.
Pretty
and we welcome all bikes, big bikes, little bikes, as long as it's a street legal motorcycle. It's got to be street legal. How about this guy? I thought he had a person in there dressed as Santa, but it doesn't look like it's a real person to me.
He put a beard on his blowout down there.
And here's a fella that's dressed for the cold. Sorry, all you PETA folks out there. And here are a pair of, I think I'd say, Ural sidecars. Here's another, this would be a Honda Goldwing, decorated nicely for the parade. And this is a nice bike. I like this bike. This is a Honda Big Ruckus. They only made it for 2 years, but that's a neat bike. And here are a couple of its smaller cousins. These are called Ruckuses.
They're industrial
And
bikes.
they don't come like this from the stock, but these are really customized a lot. They're lowered, they have bigger engines in them. And
Are they legal for our parade?
oh yeah, they're street legal, sure. They have turn signals, and well, most of them, I don't see them here, but most of them do,
Are
sure.
you supposed to have giant people on those little bikes?
I have a Ruckus.
Do you?
I have a stock one though. It's not.
Right.
It doesn't look like what these folks have.
Look at these guys, little people in a giant wagon.
And then finally, we get to the end point of our parade, the DePaul Lane Tech campus.
Lane Tech DeVry.
Lane Tech DeVry. DePaul. How did I get DePaul?
That's a good school, but unfortunately...
I meant
it's a little-
DeVry. Sorry, people. And here at DeVry, we have some of our. They see my pointer on there? No. We have our crew selling some of our product. And we have guest speakers with our regular speakers. I think this fellow was from the Polish Sokol group, if I'm not mistaken. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but I think he was from the Polish group. And this, the picture in the upper right is of a family from Ireland whose young son was a real fan of our parades. And for some reason, he passed away, and the family comes from Ireland, as I know the story. I could be wrong here, but I think it's right. The family comes from Ireland to the States every year about this time, and they presented us with a check in the memory of the person, the young son that passed away. And I believe I read on there that they plan on doing it annually every
They did it
year.
last year, too.
And we'll say this is a very substantial check, and we're very grateful for their contribution. The person on the right is, I forget his name, I'm sorry, but he's doing a live internet radio show.
Steve.
Yeah, Steve, Thomas Shevitz or something like that.
Steve, he's with the Veterans Families and Veteran Families and Military Radio Show.
Right, right. And he was doing a live internet radio show during the parade. The two fellas on the
How
right.
many pictures of these guys you got, man?
What? We haven't doubled yet.
How many pictures? No, they're not doubles, but they're different shots of these two guys, man. Who are these
Well,
guys?
these two guys are this was our first president on the left, Aminal,
You got any women in this, countdown?
maybe a little later, and with our current president, Lester Fortier,
Yeah, good old Lester.
in front of the vans that were holding the toys. And on the left, you'll see a picture of the Grinch, and he was not only decorated, but his bike was also completely decorated. Oh, I guess we
You
have
can
no
tell the Grinch
ladies
is a
here.
bad guy. He's got 13 on his window.
Yeah, I know. I noticed
Yeah.
that. I noticed
You know
that.
he's not good.
Somebody had to be number 13.
And you put it right next to Santa. Santa's going, oh.
And there's our wonderful Santa. What a great guy. And
Santa looked awesome this year, man.
and here in the last photo is yours truly in the sidecar.
Is that the Enterprise there?
Yeah, it's as wide as the Enterprise. With my pilot, my driver, Gary Rank, and that's what helps me get some of these nice photos of the bikes that are actually on Western in the parade, because I have the best seat in the house for the whole parade, in that I can tell my buddy where I want to be in front of Santa or in front of something else, and he gets me there. But you can see in the picture, this is right before we left. It's starting to snow, and it snowed pretty heavy. And I haven't been notified of any problems. Let's go back to us for a second.
Did you ride back?
I rode back as far as Lamont. Then I said, this is ridiculous.
Wow.
Because
Hey, that's a good distance. Most people would run to the nearest bar.
some of the highest totals were in the Joliet area, and my home is on the other side of Joliet. So I had to go through Joliet to get home. And I have a friend who lives in Lamont, so we parked the bike there for the night, and that's why I was a little late today. I barely made it because I was taking care of getting my bike back home.
Wow.
And I was also on the phone with a young lady, a reporter, a freelance reporter that was doing a story about the parade for the Tribune. So we'll have to keep our eyes open on the Tribune. They haven't mentioned us in the past 5 years. We're not counting, but it's been 5 years since they had a story or a picture about the parade in their newspaper. I don't know what we did to make them unhappy, but this young lady may have a feature story, magazine type, not a news story about what happened yesterday, but a story about the parade nonetheless.
Why? What happened?
No, I mean...
you got a secret? You want to share it with us? Come on, what happened yesterday?
I'm not sure what I was talking about there.
At this point, how about if we give a nice thank you to all the volunteers that made this thing possible?
They made it great.
Man, the list is endless.
Where do we start? The things that I really appreciate are the road stationary blockers.
Which ones? The ones that were there or the ones that it was too cold for them to come out?
Well, I saw a lot of them there, so I can't say they weren't there.
I'm just kidding.
And the
How about the Chicago Police Department?
blocking is our biggest interest, because our biggest problem is drivers who try to get into the parade and won't wait a few minutes.
How about the Chicago Police Department?
The police were everywhere, I thought, this year. I thought there were more this year than any year.
That's because they knew we were giving them hats this year. They knew we were giving them hats this year.
Oh, that's nice.
So
Can I get one of those?
No, you're not police. You're the police.
Oh.
Chicago Police.
Oh, I'm sorry.
On the front it says Toys for Tots
That's
Parade.
pretty nice.
On the back it says Chicago flag with CPD. It's blue knit. They can wear it as long as their commanders allow it. They can wear it with their uniforms. That's why we designed it.
Actually, I think that was the idea of our parade.
Actually, the parade coordinator and
Lumpy.
the toy, what do they call Tommy? He's the toy manager or the toy product guy.
Oh, yeah,
the product
the
guy.
toy
That's not
committee.
the toy guy. He's the product guy, right? They designed it. And it's pretty awesome. And everybody, every police officer I gave one to, they dug it and they put them right on.
Yeah, I saw Lumpy. He was on his bike and he would stop at intersections and he would give the police hats.
Want to talk to a caller?
Sure. Oh, that's how we do it.
Oh,
Hello.
Hey, Jack and John's, Tommy.
Tommy, what's up, man?
None. Hey, I just wanted to let you guys know to let everybody watching the show that we're going to have the warehouse open tomorrow night from 5:30 to about 9 o'clock for people who weren't able to get out to the parade but want to get a shirt or something.
How much product do we got left, Tom?
Not too much. We've got an assortment, but zip hoodies we're pretty much out of.
So
There's a few pullover hoodies.
It'd be a good thing for him to get down there tomorrow then, right?
Yeah, I'm going to have it open tomorrow, and then I'm going to try squeeze in another one, maybe two, before Christmas. Because I know a lot of people buy the stuff for Christmas for their family, so...
Yeah, we've been getting emails, people asking about when you're going to be open.
Yeah, I've been answering some emails, and I put it out on Facebook, so since you guys are on, and we have so many people that watch the show every week, they can help spread the word.
All right, great.
We got another caller called in, but thanks for calling in.
We got to say goodbye.
Happy birthday.
All right, talk to you later.
Bye-bye. Caller, hello.
Howdy.
Hey, wait a minute. Howdy.
Yeah, I was trying to give you the Jack Voss lead in here.
I thought I was talking to myself.
Well, I've been known to see you do that.
Could this be Mr. Artie?
Yes, actually, I'm up in that ceiling you're looking at over there.
Yeah, that's where your voice is coming from, so I figured you'd be there.
Well, anyway, the parade went wonderful from our standpoint. Give or take a snowflake or two. And I think that 8:30 start was really nice. A lot of people were
oh, yeah? You like that?
talking about how good it was getting out ahead of a lot of the traffic. You know, even though the parade was smaller because of the impending snow,
I think that 8:30 start, once everybody gets used to it, might be the way to go for us. Just throwing that out there. And Gary did a great job up on the north side. Everything looks beautiful.
Amen. Yes, sir. That was great.
Thank you, thank you.
Everything was
It
great.
wasn't me though, it was all the people that helped me. I just watched them do it to make sure they did it right. But they
Roger
took care
on
of it
that.
all.
Well,
And I got
okay, well, doing a good job. Just want to say hello and look at your smiling faces
Did
here
you
after
get
the parade.
did you get the heated porta potty?
Yeah. The only heated porta potties is after I unplugged my vest and ran in there real quick.
All right,
Call heated.
thanks for calling in, buddy.
All right, man. See you later.
See you later. We're gonna turn the show over to,
One other, I think we got one or two
It's
other
time to go,
things here. Oh, is it?
it's time to
Oh,
go.
I thought we
Wrap
had
it up. Wrap it up.
Oh.
Whatever you got there. is gonna
Okay,
have to
well,
wait till
let's
next
see.
show.
One thing we want to mention is our website. A lot of
Leave that out,
pictures
leave that out while we-
and things are on our website. Okay. And we'll tell these guys.
Good job. Good job, Ken.
Uh-oh. Maybe I can run this for you.
He's a ham. Hey, line yourself up here.
Well, let's remind everybody, first of all, that for more information and pictures of our parade, go to our website at chicagolandtft.org.
Who produces
And
that
if
site?
you don't mind,
Here.
You gotta run the phones, man.
oh, okay.
Have you done the
I was going to put the,
I'll get it.
I was just going to put one other thing before I leave here. I want to get the,
Nope. Hold on.
I want to go here and show this to our viewers again. That's our biggest request
How to
on
request
how
a toy.
to get a toy, so
You did a good job, Jack. Thank you. You and Gary
You're
both
welcome.
did. Thank you very much. All right, how to request a toy, you must mail an actual letter to us, for we do not accept emails, texts, or fax. This way you can keep a much better, accurate record of whom we take care of. Okay, and we keep them in a big book so anybody can come by and look at it. The letter must contain a brief description of your need, along with the age and genders of the children and the contact information. All toy requests are thoroughly examined and vetted by the volunteers of our toy committee. All letters must be in our hands by December 20th. You send your letters to Chicago TFT Motorcycle Parade, P.O. Box 388-500, Chicago, Illinois 60638. Very good. Now, my name is Lester Fortier.
And I'm John Reagan.
How you doing? No, you're not. You're an elf. I'd like to thank
My
Gary.
name.
I'd like to thank Gary and Jack Voss for helping us. Gary Diamond and Jack Voss
Thank you, Gary and
did a
Jack.
great job letting everybody know what happened yesterday, as a matter of fact.
Yes.
How did you get out on making toys?
Yeah.
Ain't you supposed
We
to be
had to
working
spend
right
the day
now?
celebrating. We do work. We took a few hours off and we had to go right back to the North Pole and
That's good.
get back to work.
That's good, because without you guys, we wouldn't be able to have the parade. All right, let's see what we got going on here.
It was a great parade.
Yes, it was.
We got lucky. The snow held off till after the parade.
Now, just to get an idea, well, obviously you guys do a great job, Santa Claus and his crew, there's no question about it. They're everywhere. They help us immensely. But what I like to do right now is quickly go through what we've done to get up to this point.
Awesome.
Okay? So let me go to here. This is our website. Okay? That is our current board. Okay? Actually, yeah, Jack Voss is a board member. We have Gary Diamond, Tom Froelich, myself, Lynn Mifflin, Jamie Potempa, Matt Psyche, Tom Dirtz, our vice president, Peggy, our secretary, Matt's our sergeant-at-arms, Lynn is our treasurer. Jamie is our parade coordinator, did a wonderful job, thank you, sir. And Tommy is our product coordinator. Gary is our Northside coordinator, and Jack Voss is our bylaw and historian. And he put this whole website together that we're going to go through. First of all, to start off, guys, I'm going to be going up through this now. These are the Rod and Custom show and our IMS show with the. Oh, we have a caller. Hello, caller. Hey, how are you? What's your name?
Yeah, my name is Louis Kostakis. I'm a disabled
Vietnam combat veteran. I was hoping that they were going to have more on the news. I wanted to thank all of you guys for doing what you do. I've been almost 30 years in the Marine Center as you guys would come in there. And I'm sorry I can't ride, but I can give you guys a big thank you for what you guys have done. I've got 3 cancers, nerve damage. I'm very sick from the Agent Orange from Vietnam.
Well, I thank you for your service, sir.
Yes, thank you, Louis.
Thank you.
Sorry I worked out there for you, but they're working on cures for that, aren't they?
Thank you very much to all of you guys. You guys are the greatest for what you're doing. And that's all I can say is thank you.
Oh, you're quite welcome.
Thank you
for
very
your
much, sir.
service.
Appreciate
Thank you
it.
for calling too, Louis.
It's nice to be thought of. Thank you. And you too. Thank you. All right, very good. Anyway, it's great that these guys can call in. As messed up as, he's Agent Orange,
Yes.
he's disabled, and he's thanking us. We should be
He's thinking
thanking
of us,
him.
yeah.
But anyway, to get enough funds to have this event, our parade that we had last year, we have to start off by going to these IMS shows and, selling our product for donations. Here we are working a booth somewhere. There's Gary, there's Matt, there's myself. Forgive me if I don't remember everybody's name here, but that's a former board member. That's the wife of our product coordinator. That's his son. This is a good volunteer here.
Is that Brian on the very end?
I think that is Brian. That's correct. He used to be Jack Boss's job. This is our toy committee. I'd like to thank them. And we also had a picnic this past year.
Good time.
Yep. For everybody but me. I'm the guy in the dunk tank there.
I remember. Who was it that dunked you first?
I don't know who it was, man. It wasn't nice.
Yes, it was. I thought it was pretty funny.
Okay.
It was me.
That was you? Okay, thank you.
Ran up there and slapped that bullseye.
It's very intense. We'll get you in it next year so you know what it's like. Here we are at another event, the entire board, which is great. This is where we have our meetings on the south side. This is what it looks like on the at the meeting on the inside.
This would be the Ryan VFW on Archer Avenue. Come on down.
Archer and Luna, Archer and Central, I think right around there. It's all
Yeah,
over
Linder. I
west.
think we're in just off the corner of Linder, I think.
Right. No, it's Luna, I think, the first black kid.
Okay.
And we are at another event. Looks like Peatone or somewhere. They're all thanking everybody. I didn't make it to that. At our military appreciation party, we had we were honored by having the honor guard there, which we went through the silent.
It was
what
very
do you
yes.
call it? Yeah, it was very.
The
Call
the
it
memorial with the boots and the
Right.
rifle and the helmet. It was very nice.
Here we are when we're passing out new member cards for our new members and making them come up there and talk about themselves a little bit. And we feed people, so nobody's starving in our organization. It's a good time. Here's our TV shows. Me and Artie Weiner, Gary Diamond. I forget. What's that guy's name again?
John Reagan.
Yeah, that's it. John Reagan. Yeah. Here's Jack Voss and I. We work well together. Here is a proclamation from the city of Chicago. We asked us to stand up, and everybody cheered us on. It was kind of cool.
Thank you to the city for that. And
Yes.
geez, most impressive. What did we get this weekend?
We got a proclamation from the state of Illinois
Awesome.
by Mr. Ronner. And here's Jack Voss. Geo Webster's instrumental in helping on the north side with Gary, as myself and the original founder, Animal Wisniewski, Ed Wisniewski. Here's the picture with the mayor and our alderman. Emma Mitz. Wasn't for her, wouldn't be able to have this. There's another alderman, nice man.
Thank you for your support.
Yes, sir. And here's our tagging event where we're putting all the posters up.
I like that one. I got a kick when I saw that one. Who climbed to the top to put that top one
Well,
on?
they kept pushing them up, I think.
Shh, don't ruin my joke.
Oh. Here's the Forest Reserve. Everybody come in there, gentlemen. And here's the governor giving
The
us our
it looks like.
proclamation.
Yeah.
It's myself and the vice president. He's reading the proclamation.
Jack, we are-
way out.
I gave the,
Bob looks kind of scared there.
yes he does. I gave the bishop our Toys for Tots.
He was kind of
To
surprised
support you to
he
pitch.
didn't get struck by lightning or something standing that close
Yeah.
to the bishop. Look at his face.
Yeah, that's why I said my finger sizzled a little bit.
Alderman Boris and our founder. Well, there we are getting ready to go. There's my old bike. I got a 72 FLH.
The bishop had a nice smile after I gave him that patch, though. I'll get a picture of him.
And we will take care of it. There's Jack Voss. Not Jack Voss. Tom Dirch, the vice president, with his granddaughter, I think. Here we go. And I think Jack went.
About 6 years.
Really?
It'll take a little bit, something like that. Yeah,
I thought you had to be smaller to be,
Yeah, no, we're all big. Both of them
Yeah, I
are all
noticed
very big.
We're like the tallest, fattest elves
Yeah,
around.
I know, man.
I'm actually, you know, not
I got
even
an
close
argument-
to,
I got an
not even
argument-
close to the biggest elf.
I got an argument with one of them big elves once.
Yeah,
a big boy.
They're all huge.
No question about it.
I started by luck of the draw. I went to the parade a time or two. Actually, the first time I went to the parade, one of my buddies was an elf. He invited me to come along, and I didn't even know he was an elf. You know, he said, "Dress up your bike and put on a costume." So I put on a Santa Claus suit, and I had like 1 day's notice. We went over there, and
And the rest
I
is
enjoyed.
just-
You know, I was appreciative that I got to ride up front with Santa. So I went out for the rest of the month and helped distribute the toys,
Cool.
and did that for a couple of years. Then joined the organization formally.
Good. And at this point, I would like to thank the city of Chicago and its inhabitants, and population, for urging us on down the street on Western Avenue. I'd like to thank Lane Tech DeVry for our endpoint, the Cook County Forest Reserve for our beginning, and all the wonderful donations and gifts and all the participants in our parade, which we could never do without you.
Absolutely.
Again, we lost 11 members last year. They were right off everywhere, and that's where we're trying to get younger as an organization. Trust me, we're already taking care of individuals and families for Christmas. We've had wonderful media help from Channel 7, Channel 9. And I guess
Come on
the
down
Tribune.
and join. We need you.
And we couldn't do it without you. And there's no question about that. And 39 years is a long time. How long have you had your motorcycle? I had my bike since like 88. That ain't 39 years though, is it?
I had my Triumph since, give or take a little bit, around 1978, 79.
Oh, wow. So I guess that is, you've had it that long.
Yeah.
When's the last time you rode it?
Earlier this year.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's great, man. Very good.
The transmission seal's leaking, so I...
Everything happened. That's why they make so many new ones every year, because they're all designed to break. Except for mine. Mine lasts forever.
It still runs, but it's leaking oil so fast I don't want to blow the
Very
transmission.
snowy, and we're going to be ending this shortly. I thank your callers for all your calls. Thank you for all your support this year. Thank you, CAN TV, for putting up with me. I've made a few mistakes. I promise not to do them twice, because then you can get rid of me completely. And anything last words you'd like to say?
I'd like to thank all our wonderful volunteers and all our supporters who came by and rode the parade, donated toys. It was a wonderful day, a wonderful parade. I had a good time.
And if nothing else, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you.